Let's continue the same chapter. So far, we have discussed about the external and internal factors that affects the rate of photosynthesis. After completing this topic, the next topic is the experiment related to photosynthesis. Student, you need to remember here that every year one question is asked from here. So if you understand all the 4 different experiments which are given in the book, at least 5 marks you can think that it is sure shot. So let's start the topic. So there are 4 different experiments. The first one is, which I have mentioned here, is experiment number 1, to show that the sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. As we all know, in the absence of light, the photosynthesis cannot take place. So to confirm this experiment has been performed. Now before starting the experiment based topic, first we need to clear a few terms like discharging. It has been asked in the examination also once, what is meant by discharging. So discharging is mostly done in the experiment related to photosynthesis. Discharging is the process of keeping the plant for 28 to 48 hours in dark place, so that whatever the starch has been produced or is present in the plants are all used up. So whenever you are asked about defining the discharging, you need to say that discharging is the process of keeping the plant for 24 to 48 hours in dark place to remove the starch from the plant body. Then after that, let's start the experiment now. What is done here is that, in order to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, we take a potted plant and then we select one of the leaf, and that leaf, suppose the middle portion is covered with black paper. Okay, the middle portion is covered with black paper. But before that, you must understand that it is discharge. It is kept for 24 to 48 hours, and then after that, one of the leaf is selected and it is covered with black paper, and then it is kept in sunlight for a few hours. After keeping for a few hours, this leaf is plucked up, and then we boil the leaf in water. The reason is often asked why the leaf is boiled in the water while performing the experiment related to photosynthesis. Then the answer is to kill the cells. Then again after that, it is boiled in alcohol or methylated spirit, methyl alcohol particularly. Okay. Now the reason has been asked many times why it is boiled in methyl alcohol, why the leaf is boiled in methyl alcohol. The answer is to remove the chlorophyll pigments. Then again after that, after boiling in methyl alcohol, the leaf is then washed and cooled in a running water. Then after that, we put a few drops of iodine over it. Then what we see is that the portion which was not covered, which was uncovered, okay, they turn blue-black, and the portion which was covered by the black paper did not turn blue-black. The reason is that iodine, when reacts with the starch, it always gives the color blue-black. Okay, so that means the portion which were exposed to the sunlight produced the starch, so that is why it turned blue-black when the iodine drops were poured on it, okay, or dropped on it, and the portion which was covered with black paper did not get any sunlight, so that is why it did not turn blue-black after pouring iodine. So this experiment shows that sunlight is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. So here you need to remember the aim of the experiment also. Sometimes picture may be given to you and you may be asked about what is the aim of the experiment. So that time you need to say that aim of the experiment is to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Now let us come to the next experiment. The next experiment is to show that chlorophyll pigment is necessary for photosynthesis. As we know that chlorophyll pigment usually traps the solar energy, uh, which is required to the process of which is required for the combination of carbon dioxide and water molecule. Now, in order to show this, we take the plants with variegated leaf, and the question has been asked in the examination also once. What is meant by variegated leaves? Variegated leaves are those leaves which are with different types of color pigments. You might have noticed in your surrounding some of the leaves are with different colors: red, white, pink, green, and some portion is green. So such type of leaves are called variegated leaves. Now, in this case also, the same steps we follow. What we do is that we do de-starching first. That is, the plant is kept for 24 to 48 hours in dark place. Then after that, after keeping for 24 to 48 hours, then the plant is kept in sunlight. Okay. After keeping for a few hours, a leaf is plucked, and then after that, the same process is followed. Number one, it is boiled in water to kill the cells. Then again, number two, it is boiled in alcohol to remove the chlorophyll pigments, and then it is washed and cooled in running water. Then we add iodine to it, or we pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine over the leaf. So what we observe that the portion which were green in color, they turn blue black, and the remaining portion did not turn blue black. So this particular experiment shows that. So from this experiment we can conclude that chlorophyll pigment is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Then comes the next third experiment. Here we need to show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. As you can see in the figure, the experimental arrangement which is made to show this experiment. What is done here is that one of the leaf is selected. Okay, half portion of the leaf is kept inside a conical flask. Inside the conical flask, some amount of potassium hydroxide is kept. Then again, okay. So from here, you may be asked about potassium hydroxide. Why this potassium hydroxide is used in this experiment? We need to say that potassium hydroxide is used to absorb carbon dioxide. And again, once one question was asked that in place of potassium hydroxide, which chemical can be used? Means other than potassium hydroxide, which chemical we can use in this experiment? So the answer is sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide, alkali. Sodium hydroxide can be used. Okay, this question has been asked. So what we see in the figure is that half of the portion is inside the conical flask and half of the portion is outside the conical flask. The portion of the leaf which is inside the conical flask do not get carbon dioxide. It gets everything other than carbon dioxide. It gets sunlight, as the bottle is transparent, glass is transparent, so it receives sunlight, and again it gets, as it is connected to the plant body, so it gets water also, mineral also, everything it is getting except carbon dioxide. If any carbon dioxide is present, those carbon dioxide is again absorbed by this potassium hydroxide. So the portion of the leaf which is inside the conical flask does not get at all carbon dioxide, but the portion which is outside, okay, gets everything: carbon dioxide, sunlight, water, everything. So similar type of process is followed. First, de-starching is done. The plant is kept for 24 to 48 hours in dark place to remove the starch from the plant body. Then again, after that, one of the leaf is selected, whose half portion is inside the conical flask, which is in which potassium hydroxide is present in very little amount to absorb carbon dioxide, and half portion is exposed to the sunlight. Okay. Then after that, after keeping in sunlight for a few hours, the same leaf is plucked out, and then same steps are followed. Number one, it is boiled in water to kill the cells. Then again it is boiled in alcohol to remove the chlorophyll pigments. Then after that it is cooled and washed in running water. Then after that a few drops of iodine is added to it. So what we observed, the portion which was inside, okay, which was inside the conical flask, which did not get any carbon dioxide, did not turn into blue black. Okay, so this shows that starch has not been produced in this portion, as photosynthesis has not taken place. Okay, and the portion which were not inside the conical flask, which got the carbon dioxide, it turned blue black. So this experiment shows that carbon dioxide is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, one more experiment is left, student. So we'll do. I will be explaining that experiment in the next video.